What is going on? This is Shango Ray, aka Real Deal Ray, your intuition's mouthpiece. When the monkey mind wants to take over mine. And this is the Shangodiac for Leo. But before we get started on that, like, share, subscribe, and thrive. Like, share, subscribe, and thrive. And of course, if you got potatoes growing out your goddamn ears, like, share, subscribe, and thrive. The like button is one of the most important things you can do if you support us in what we do, in us trying to assist and serve everybody that we can. The like button also helps the algorithm. So lick that like button, crack the crack, and all the way back because it helps. All right. So before we get started, quantum dolls, believe it or not, are doing phenomenal. The quantum Bruja dolls. If you're not familiar, let me show you what I'm talking about. Go to the altar. Aha. All right. Yeah. Okay. These are the quantum Bruja dolls that I was talking about. Some of y'all are actually stepped up to your power. They're a tool that you can use, especially in self-deification. As you see, you got mini go right here. You got the mini go right here. If you hear that, the sewing machine, boy, us working on some. Got clients that want some of these. The concept behind this is we've spent so many times, so many years, giving our energy away, worshiping deities. It's time to worship yourself, the deity within yourself, the divinity that lies within yourself. Worship means to be worthy of praise, to be worthy. And it's time for us to give ourselves permission, but also on a supernatural, energetic, and spiritual level, there's so many different things that you can do with these. Originally, we offered them out also as a way to, if you want to influence a particular target, and you can get one made of a particular target if you want to influence a particular target. These are also known as poppets, hoodoo, or voodoo dolls. I prefer even hoodoo dolls if it's you're going to say it like that, because there's really actually no such thing as a voodoo doll from traditional voodoo. But so we also have the Rona ritual. Okay, if you want to be able to take advantage of all of this unprecedented amount of fear energy that we got going on right now, we don't have the way. We definitely have a effective way that you can do it. Purify the energy, get rid of all the fear thought forms, because a lot of the fear thought forms are what is helping to generate. Kind of like probiotics can make you more gassy, you know what I'm saying? Because all them little bacteria are letting off gas within your stomach, which is going to equate into you having flatulence like a motherfucker. So this energy does need to be cleansed, but we have a particular protocol. We have a specially consecrated, and it's been used for several years now, but a sigil talisman that you can use. And now even one that we've created specifically for this. And I've been using it now since the spring equinoxes, when I consecrated and I used the power of all this goddamn fear energy, which if you know how to vamp energy, it's time to use this shit. This is chaos magic at its finest. So if you really want to check out the Rona ritual protocol, that's also in the description box. So check out either and I'm actually using, because the point of the Rona ritual is to harness, funnel this energy so you can direct it. So if you're doing your own magical workings, it doesn't matter what you're doing, you can use this tool and this protocol to, totally feed your workings need energy in order to crystallize in this three-dimensional form. So remember that. But enough about that. Let's get in to the Leo Shangodiac. And I apologize for the sewing machine in the background, but that's for the Ray. But okay, so what I have here, anyways, first and foremost, I know this is going to sound funny, especially right now, because we're kind of like on the verge. I almost call this the Rona version of the Shangodiac. Okay, the Rangodiac, because right now things are just so up in the air, and everybody's afraid to touch any and everything, and everybody's afraid to get close to anybody that they don't necessarily know or whatnot. But I gotta say this, for some of you Leos, there was somebody entering your cipher. Now this could be visually, I mean digitally, by way somebody you may meet online. A lot of people are gonna be at home now, online, doing different various things online. So it is possible to meet people either through social media or different types of apps or whatever. But you got somebody that's coming your way. Okay. This was the main card, and this is the actual backup card. And I got to just tell it like it is. For some, it could turn out to be a romantic partner of your dreams, someone who is or was a boss. I mean, there's no telling as far as just, I mean, I know we will still have some type of economy, but right now, like I said, uh, this person is also a business owner, or maybe was a business owner, but they definitely got a mind for success and a mind for money. Now, one thing that I could tell, the other thing about this though, okay, some of you Leos are being called to master your emotions and also to be your own boss finally. So if it isn't a romantic partner then, or somebody that you're attracting into your cipher or into your reality, whether it be in person or whether it be, through a digital app of some kind, or, social media or whatever, you are being called to become that person, to realize yourself as that person, I'll say, because in essence, you already are. It's just a matter of, acknowledging that, and of course, your experience in becoming that. But um, there is that aspect of you that exists beyond time, where all things exist at once, past, present, and future. Okay, so some of y'all Leos are being called, and this is actually a time. I know it's a lot of time, a lot of doom and gloom going on, but some of y'all are going to receive the eyes to see opportunity that is here. There just as much dysfunction and chaos and doom and gloom as there is being propagated on all of us, all around the world, the whole globe. It's not just America, it's not just your state, not just your city, it's the whole fucking world. Okay? But at the same time, there cannot be a minus without a plus. It's just the way it is, and nobody can get around that. So there are opportunities being born. There are opportunities waiting to be created. If you see a need, there is a way that you can solve a problem for somebody. Then there is a way that you can exchange your value for value. In other words, currency. All right? And this just goes to show, and I know it sounds funny saying all this shit in this particular climate, but see, here's the idea, the new plan for some of you Leos. Some of you Leos have been thinking about this shit, and some of you now, whether you're actually, well, I don't know about you guys or where you're at. I'm in Northern California, and I've heard other people ask me, a lot of people have reached out and asked if they're okay. Shout out to everybody. I hope everybody else is okay. We're okay here. We're not technically quarantined. That word has this, I mean, a quarantine actually has a specific definition, and we are not quarantined. I mean, a lot of businesses are shut down, and it's looking like it's moving in that direction. We're like that close, but we can still leave if we want to leave. So I'm saying that because some of y'all are, of course, at home. Maybe you have recently lost a job or something, or your job is just like now you're doing it from home. Okay, but yet and still, what was that old saying? Idle's time is the devil's playground. Well, in this case, if the devil means chaos, in which chaos to me means where all possibilities exist. Okay? If you're walking down the street and you come to a section of the street and you can either go left or you can go right. Just because you go left doesn't mean there's automatically a version of yourself, if we want to use the quantum physics and quantum dimensional talk here, that went right. And as a result of them going right, there's a whole host of other options, a whole host of other occurrences that have occurred that you will never experience because your particular consciousness went left, and now from going left, there's a whole host of other. It's like a tree branch. One branch has another two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, and it just keeps going. Each branch has branches. Okay, so here's you with this idea. Here's you with this idea, and now you have the time. Use the time. Don't let it use you. Whatever this idea is, I see for some of you Leos, it does have to do with people. Okay, getting people together. And yes, like I said, I know this sounds funny due to the climate of right now of what we're all going through right now, but a lot of people are now starting to, like, the creativity is going to skyrocket. you know and I hate to use this analogy, but just like in prison, the most creative people are in actual prison. Why? Because they have to be. Necessity breeds the most powerful forms of creativity, I guess you could say. Not powerful, but like some of the most, like, wow, that's fucking innovative. This guy made a tattoo gun out of a spoon. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But there's going to be a surge of creativity here if you fall for the banana in the tailpipe and allow yourself to be infected by all this fear. Let me tell you something, Leo. There's fear, and then there's danger. Okay? If a bear was to pop out right now, I have no time to sit around and have anxiety and be fearful. I'm either going to fight, I'm going to run, or because I'm so shocked that this bear is now coming at me, I'm going to freeze up. It's one of the three. Okay? Fear is a thought process. Fear is things that you think. And therefore, because of what you're thinking, you now cause these emotions in your body that you feel. So, like I said, I know this sounds funny, but you're going to find a way to get people together. Even if it's online, even if it's on Zoom, even if it's through some app, through some social media, something or whatnot. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like whatever service is that some of you Leos want to provide also, it could also be that way, since right now we're legally not able to congregate like that. Okay? Now, mind you, some of you guys want, there's also some things going on, of course, health-wise, and of course, work-wise. This really is no brainiac shit. Some of y'all are going to be cut off from either work or working. Like we already mentioned, that's a no-brainer. I mean, that's in the news, but they're also being shown that something that you wanted to continue is also going to be cut off. All right. Now, for some of you, it might also be certain habits. I won't say habits. I'll just say choices in lifestyle. Okay. This is a great change that's upon us all. And the most adaptable are going to be the ones who really ride through. You know, the backup card is the 6 of spades, okay? Reversed. I got to tell you again, Leo, look, don't let this shit, you know why? Because this is the card of, I guess you could say, the law of attraction, which is also really just the law of magnetism. A combination of like the law of magnetism. It's also dealing with the law of cause and effect. Every cause has an effect, and every effect has a cause. And in your life, in your particular reality, just like me and all of us, you are the cause, whether you're conscious, whether you're in the driver's seat of that cause or not. Okay. Now, this is also showing about blockages, emotional blockages. Now is also a good time to begin to process, to deal, to heal. If you do have the extra time and you got the space and the place, it's time to use it for your advantage. Okay. But what I'm seeing here, and like I said, and this isn't about blame, this is strictly about awareness. Because one of us, I could easily be like, well, damn, did I cause all this shit? Who knows? Maybe I did, in my reality, I'm saying. But we are all sharing. Our realities are kind of like linked together, like links of a chain. You know what I'm saying? But then the whole chain as a whole is one. You know what I'm saying? So there is that whole collective conscious thing as well, too. But bottom line here also is to use this time, okay? I want to use a term with some of you Leos also that you may be familiar with, shadow work. Okay, now's the time to start really going within, grounding yourself. I'm saying as far as your energy, not letting yourself get crazy with this fear. You know what I'm saying? Yes, be prepared. Um, of course, be a critical thinker. Also, you know what I'm saying. But do not, you know, I won't even say what not to do. I will say what to do. Keep your peace. Keep your sovereignty. You know, remain stoic as possible. Remain detached from what is going on around you on an emotional level as much as possible, and especially in social media. And you know, some of y'all need to get the fuck off of Facebook and Instagram and all this shit. You're gonna give yourself a fucking ulcer, man. Now, there's dealing with what we can deal with in this moment in our immediate environment, and then there's just, hey, what we cannot do anything about at this time. Why the fuck worry about it? Okay, I know a lot of you Leos wear your heart on the sleeve, okay, and you got here. A lot of you Leos are very, very emotional, and I love you Leos, but all I'm saying is now's the time. Use the time for your personal inner work. If it's dealing with certain traumas, whatever may come up, deal with it, heal it, and let it go. You know what I'm saying? That's your Shangodiac. Peace and blessings.